Never shy about giving his small-town medical advice. Dr. Oz is joining us live in studio to talk about better health, the next season of his award-winning TV show that just got underway, and about his good friend and producer, Oprah Winfrey. Welcome to Houston, Dr. Oz.
Thanks, Lana. Good to be back.
What brings you to town?
We make trips. I came last year to do that big free clinic that we had at the Reliance Center. For folks who may not know about that event, we wanted to put a face on the plight of the uninsured in this country, and Houston has the highest percentage of an urban city of uninsured people. So there's been a lot of changes since then, and you're going to hear a lot in the news now about ways you can get coverage if you don't have insurance, and how so many people have jobs, because 90% of the people we saw at the Reliance Center actually have jobs. But they just can't get insurance. So we're going to be able to help people figure out how to navigate that sometimes serpentine path.
All right. Well, you're a professor of medicine and cardiothoracic. I've got the whole list here. Cardiothoracic surgeon in charge of Cardiovascular Institute and Complementary Medicine at New York Presbyterian Hospital, best-selling author. You're a TV star, too. What do you do in your spare time?
I raised 4 kids, 25 years of marriage. I have a 25th anniversary this summer.
Wow, congratulations.
The smartest thing I ever did was marry Lisa. And so, she keeps me straight and narrow. But, I still practice medicine. I love being in the hospital because it sort of grounds me and centers me, and it's been a real joy to be able to continue to do that. That's one of the big issues we discussed with Oprah when we launched the show, was how would I be able to do it and still be able to be a doctor? Because you don't want to just play one on TV, you want to do it in real life. Because emotionally, that's where you have to be when you're talking to people about pains in their lives, but also if you're going to make people passionate about what I'm passionate about, which is the body and how cool it is and how sacred it is, you need to feel connected all the time.
Well, here she is, Oprah, heading into her 25th and final season. You spent 5 seasons with her. I know you have to have a special memory or two you can share.
Oh, I have lots of memories. Oprah's a wonderful individual. What you get on television is what you get in real life. I mean, she's as authentic as they are, and is the fairest person I have worked with. I mean, she just understands what needs are. There was a moment early in my career with her when I was going through this long diatribe about how some part of the body works. And right in the middle of the show, she looked over at me and said, "You know what? I didn't understand that. And I can guarantee you if I didn't get it, they didn't get it. Let's just do that again." And I thought that's just so cool, because that's exactly the problem that I often had in life. I wouldn't be able to create speed bumps for myself. And that was one of the biggest insights she shared with me, is you got to be able to get people not just to know what's going on, but to feel it. And that's the biggest problem we have in medicine in America. Doctors talk to us, like me, giving us lots of facts, but they often don't understand emotionally where we are. And people don't change their lives based on what they know. They change their lives based on what they feel. And that's what ultimately drives people to make the bigger motivations and impulses in their life come true.
Well, I was going to say, that's probably the hardest thing a doctor does, is motivate a doctor to do, or motivate a patient to do the things they need to do to get healthy.
Well, it's the biggest challenge. The reason I've been doing this is because I've spent so many years wheeling patients down the last green mile in the OR towards the operating room, and realizing that they didn't need to have the open heart surgery I was about to perform on them. But unfortunately, they hadn't gotten the message. The memo missed them. And we do the shows in part to make sure that everyone gets that message, that you do control your health destiny. 2/3 of how you age is based on how you take care of yourself. And you know what? Part of it's genes. Genes load the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger. And so if you don't get the right testing, I had this colon scare last month because I had my first screening colonoscopy, and they found precancerous polyp in me. And I was shocked to find it out, but I thought, you know what? It's actually a good lesson for everybody. Because if I do all the right things and don't have a family history, and I can get a precancerous polyp, you could have one too. So you begin to realize you control so much of what's going to go on in your life. Why not do that?
I'm looking so forward to your season. The season premiere has already kicked off. You talked about just 10 pounds, the pulse, insomnia, and hormones. Lots of good ground you're going to be covering this season.
The biggest one's just 10 for me right now, because if Americans realize that they can just lose 10 pounds, just 10 pounds, and you're under and you're a female, you can cut the incidence of heart disease by about 50%, chance of diabetes by 50%, your arthritis rates go down 50%. I mean, a lot of stuff. And all you got to do is focus on that on DrOz.com. We got a ton of tools of exactly how to do that. That's the goal for the year. 1 pound a month, 10 pounds in a year.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Lana. J.P. Appreciate it.
Dr. Oz.
8:56 now. Let's get a check.